stacked micros if you're a ninja. It's only about bullets and stabbing things. This can be more utility and or bullets and stabbing things. You want to carry extra stuff to do bullets and stabbing things. Day packs, mini packs again if you're a ninja. Lever gun if you want to go Chris Costa and just throw your lever gun out cowboy like. Vehicle med bags. Bags to carry more of your things and more bags. Pistol mags of all kinds. These are just pistol mags. Imagine how many part numbers there are just there in pistol mags. EDC stuff, more EDC stuff. These right here, these are all different kinds of flashlight pouches. Multiple kinds of flashlight pouches. Fastex or Velcro, belt mount or PALS, 10 different colors. Imagine how many part numbers there are right there just in flashlight pouches. Pocket, Velcro backed pockets. We made a bunch more of those today. As a matter of fact, we made a bunch this week. Anybody know what this is? Not your ordinary one. Micrococks, multicam black, micrococks, multicam black red. These have zippers. You can put gold coins in them. You could give these to kids as gifts or Christmas ornaments and put gold coins or silver coins. Belt pocket slide here. Fits in the back pocket flat. 3 pins, pencils, folding knives go here with a write in the rain pad. People are forgetting how to write. Think about that. How often do you write? You go to write and your hand hurts now. Kids can't even write. They can't read cursive. They can't sign their names. We all talk about EMP and all this end of the world shit. You might want to have some stuff to write with. First woodland mesh pockets that we've ever done. Joke's on you, Jason. They're not in that tank anymore. These ones have to be titanium. We have a 120-gallon water heater here. Had to order it, and they dropped it on a truck the first time. So they sent us another one, and the new one has been in place for a long time, for years. But one of the elements has gone out. So we went up to the plumbing place, and they're like, this will work. And when I got it back, it's half the size. And then on there, it specifically says, only use titanium. So I had to order it. So you can get these off Amazon that look like this, that are stainless, and they're about 20 bucks. These ones are $85 a piece. And the only place I could find them is Home Depot. Surprisingly, Home Depot is also where we bought the water heater. So I now have an extra one. Jim Richards, what's up? Easy K, Warlike Isaac Barrett, how are you? Building boxes in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, because that's what we do. We do what it takes to get ahead while others grumble about not getting ahead while doing nothing. I use one of those in my homemade hydro dip tank. Nice, right on. 5,500 watt. Maybe it's 5,500 watt. I think it's bigger than 5,500. Water heater element, golden rod force safe, warlike. Oh, you guys all knew what that was. Kiri, what up? Seen anything on Miami Mall? Okay, so the thing about the Miami Mall is definitely interesting. Was it a mass shooting? Maybe, right? There are shootings that seem to be happening that are getting reported from people while they're happening. Then the media comes out and they're like, nothing to see here. My suspicion is you are having some shootings taking place by people who have been let across the border, right? They don't look like indigenous people. They don't look like us. And the question's going to then be, where did the guns come from, right? So it doesn't match the narrative. The alien thing, maybe. But I will say, you heard youth were lighting bottle rockets and turning over chairs in the food court, I heard, right? Nothing to see. Would they roll out 60 units? Everybody's stuck on the 60 units. If you had an active shooter everybody's responding, right? That's Miami is law enforcement heavy. Everybody's responding. I don't think that's a weird thing. But a couple weeks ago, report of active shooter at Opera Mills Mall in Nashville. And there was such a report that Bass Pro Shop was putting people in the gun safe. They were putting people literally in gun safes. They were replying as though it was an active shooter. When the media came out, the media said there was no shooting. It was just two youth in the food court fighting and turning over chairs. You can't hear, you can't see. You'd be hard pressed if there was handgun fire at the food court in Opera Mills Mall. I don't think you'd hear it inside the Bass Pro Shop. But Bass Pro Shop was reacting as though there was gunfire. Was there gunfire? I don't know. But this is the second time this month, well, the second time in a 30-day period, that you've heard active shooter, shit going on, and media has come out and it said it was just a couple of youth who were having a scuffle. Maybe. Those are weird facts, though. I'm living like John Willis, eating sushi and working on taxes. You ever think on doing a Rallyman vest again? Dylan, yeah, I actually do make them. I made one. I started making one and showing you guys how to make it on the SOE video this week. I built the shoulder pad set for it right there. I have a dozen of them back here in multicam black. I put them up and let people order them, I don't know, a long time ago. A couple years ago, maybe a year ago. And then we ran out of black edge tape. I have to finish the shoulder sets on these. These are done, right? These are done. Done, son. They're one up. You got to order them custom. Cool, those things grab my attention for whatever reason. Was that Dylan that asked? Yeah, they should grab your attention. There's nothing better out there. Hit that thumbs up. What's up? Bass Pro employees also stayed armed with guns off the shelves. Yeah, interesting, right? Interesting. For two youths who were having a scuffle with no gunfire. I've been to Bass Pro Shop in there probably 100 times. I've been all through that mall. I really don't think you would hear gunfire in Bass Pro Shop from the mall. You see, because the food court in the mall is here. You have to come way fucking down here and then around a corner because the mall is square. I don't think you're going to hear it, even if there was gunfire. But they come out and say there was no gunfire. I just think it's odd. I was at Sam's a few months back, heard gunshots from Walmart next door. It was two employees shooting each other because you're in the fucking hood. Most peaceful stick fight between 10-foot and F. That's right. That's right. I'm a real boy. Big Uso, what's up, buddy? Cool things grab my attention for whatever reason. I heard Russia and Ukraine is having a scuffle too. That's a good comment. Fighting with some kind of sticks. Doing good. Just can't give up on those dumb chickens. I modified my modification to get them to roost under the roof. I'm going to put in a... Why don't you just lock them in the coop? Why are we fucking with it? Lock them in the coop. Give them motherfuckers food for a couple days, fucking week, whatever you got to do. Reset them bitches. And if they're roosters that we're talking about, kill those fucking things off. One rooster. Pick the biggest badass rooster, the one you think I would like him to make babies, and get rid of all the other fucking roosters. You will thank me. Did Scully sew all the gear? Yes, every bit of it. Scully sewed all the gear. Come to Fresno. There's a mall shooting every month. That's right. It's raining here, which means it's ice, sleet, because it's going to be 23 degrees tonight. Miami Mall giant story was interesting, but sounded like bullshit. Maybe, Dean. If you dig deep through TikTok, though, you will find people who were there while it was happening, and their stories are there. They've been buried for sure. Mine are stainless, all spendy. Mesh looks... Guys, I'm sure that I have missed a bunch of your comments here. If there was something that you'd like addressed or like me to see, just retype that out here. Greg. Right, Sam. Roosters make good chicken. They make great chicken and dumplings. For some reason, roosters always taste better in chicken and dumplings. Same for South Lake Mall in Atlanta. They got a police station attached. It's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Can't remember the last mall I was in. Do you have a rowing machine? What kind? Water resistant computer. Computer, Concept 2 rower. Hands down is going to be your most common rower out there. It folds in half, easy to move. You don't have the weight of the water. Even when you go to like CrossFit games, you see Concept 2 rowers at those. You can pick them up for, you know, I think they're under 2,000 new. I don't know what they are. You should be able to find one of these for $750-ish. Concept 2 rower. They're out there. Look on Marketplace. Everybody wants to be a CrossFit ninja. And then when this motherfucker sits here and they're tired of stumbling over it in the dark, they'll be like, somebody please come buy this thing. And it's got a adjustment right there for tension, difficulty. Watch some videos on how to do it. Everybody can sit down and you're like, this shit's really hard. But when you learn your form, it will be more beneficial to you. It has no place. There is no cup holder on this motherfucker. And there is no place right here to hold an iPad or anything. So when I put my iPad on that big munitions rocket crate right there, you're going to turn your head a little. And your body is going to go where your head turns. So I'm sure by now somebody has a bracket that clamps on here or something. Because when you're on here, you know, you're going to be on there for a little bit. I have a water resistant model at home and love it, but it's getting old. What you mean? It's getting long in the tooth, like you've just worn it out, and you're shopping for something new, or you're like, fuck this rowing shit. It's getting old. Brother, what bag is the one you made for magazine storage? Are you talking about the one you saw Overton Windex load up with all the PMags? That was a small clothes bag. Definitely never intended for magazine storage. It does fit them perfectly. The magazine bag that I made, you might be talking about, that you saw the short videos and such on, was the 4-mag war bag. 4-mag war bag. This bag will hold 24 magazines, right? And everybody lost their shit. That video has over 50 million views and over 10,000 comments on those video shorts. All people talking shit. Why would you carry 24 mags? What are you, a mall shooter, right? I just showed you that that's the size of the bag. You could put 24 mags in there. It's really a small computer case with 4 magazine slots on the face. So what bag are we talking about? Multicam butt packs upcoming. If you want a butt pack in a hurry, I've got OD Black out there. Multicam upcoming. Don't know the answer to that on timeline. You will see Woodland before you will see Multicam. If you need one in a hurry, send me an email. I'll make sure Woodland's on order on the online to order for you, and you can order one of those and get it as soon as we build them, which won't be long. 2 boxes of badass today. Byron, thanks, man. Thanks for the orders. It's still kicking butt, but I'm advanced planning kind of broad. Okay. Check out these air bikes, air assault bikes. These are an ass kicker too. You can do upper body work and you can do bike work, and it is a fucking ass kicker. I will come in here really just so my hands are full, right? Between sets, if I'm sitting back over here doing shoulder press with dumbbells or chest press, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a 1-minute set on the air bike between every set of weights. So what that means is I'm going to be, while I'm working out here, I'm going to work out 25 minutes right here. And it's a fucking ass kicker. And you can get these pretty inexpensively too. And you could put one in the back of your truck or your SUV and bring it home, no problem. These are out there available also. This is the Air Assault bike. Rogue has a nice bike also that doesn't require electricity. Reed Bullock, do you have one on order? Question mark. Why would I carry 84 mags? Because I hate reloading. Yeah, and like we made a joke about 84 mags and 44 mag war bag. The real bag is a 4 mag war bag. Yes, an hour or two shooting, and boss, I need off tomorrow to reload 84 mags. Yeah. Concept 2, $900. Yeah, you should be able to find them for $750. I'll bet you could probably even find them for $500 if you wait. The world's about to go on sale. You're about to have a ton of fucking foreclosures, like legitimate. Like if you have prepared for this, you are about to take yourself from a normal citizen to a multi-millionaire level person if you have money available for the fire sales that are about to happen. Yes, an hour or two shooting. Okay, we read that. The low tonight, 38. Oh, good, good. That means this rain will remain rain. The mall near me only has a food court and a couple small phone repair kiosks. The rest is just walking trail at this point. Do you have a bunker? If so, may I go inside it and stay there because I think the nuke's about to drop. Incognito. You better have some really good vaginas. I'm sure we have some people that will be in the bunker that don't have women with them, or you better have some serious fucking skill. Right, same for South Lake Mall in Atlanta. Can't remember the last. Okay, we've read all these, haven't we? Would it be an option to have an H&K clip with Cobra buckle adapter single point sling? Angel, yeah, you can order that. You order the single point sling HK adapter, and as a secondary item, you add the Cobra buckle. Yep. Jarhead Acres, what's up? Do you think another COVID shutdown is coming? Yeah. Yeah, I think something's coming. I mean, did you think the last one was coming? Do you really believe it was about COVID? They're already pushing the COVID shit everywhere. All the reports this last week were COVID's in the water supply. That's weird. That's super weird, right? Because COVID can't live in chlorine. COVID actually doesn't even stay alive on surfaces for what, 60 seconds outside the body? Fact check me on that. It's not a long time. Sunlight kills COVID. The COVID they're talking about in the water supply, they're testing the sewage. They're in the shit water. But the media is not telling you that. Pet perspective. My 2 plans for a nuke. It's far away and the preps help ride it out, or it's on my doorstep, so grab my lawn chair and watch the pre-cloud. COVID pronouns, he, she, get it right, yeah. COVID's pronouns, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that was rural that said that. Yeah, that's exactly right, isn't it? We have black subloads coming, spent mag subloads. Another batch of black visor covers finished up. COVID in my shit water. Yep. The crazy shit is there's way worse shit than COVID in the water. Like way fucking worse shit than COVID in the shit water. Amazon has a few 6 mag with 3 pistol vest looking things called the Condor. Okay, this is a company called Special Operations Equipment. You might have heard of them. Condor, whatever. If you're a Condor dude, you know whether you are or not by Condor. If you're asking me, I don't know why we're even talking about it. I make gear. I make the best gear. Mall giants in Florida, Epstein bullshit. What's really, yeah, what is really up? The shot will kill you before the dirty water. That does seem, you've heard about leprosy? If you haven't heard about leprosy, surely everybody knows what leprosy is, right? We used to put them in colonies of lepers on islands. Leprosy is back in the United States. You might want to look what the commonality in all the leprosy cases are. Who has leprosy and what did they receive over the last couple of years? All of your leprosy patients. If this isn't on your radar, just check it out. Outside the camp homes with limbs falling off. We buy quality American-made gear. World War Z coming. Man, I'm okay with all the zombies except the World War Z zombies. Like talking about a drug dealer about another drug dealer. Worked through the whole Kufus. Honestly, looking forward to time off made bank. We worked through the whole Kufus also. John's gear will last more than a few classes. Yeah, where'd the monkeypox go? You guys know what the monkeypox was, right? What was the commonality in all of the monkeypox recipients? What happened, right? And when kids started getting the monkeypox went away, right? We couldn't talk about it anymore when it started happening to children. What commonality did the children have to all of the monkeypox victims? Butt stuff, yes, butt stuff. Who was doing butt stuff with those kids? Pedos. The commonality was fucking pedos. Does anybody know who Incognito is? Where did this person come from? Did you just change your name? Still taking down Murder Hornet deck? Yeah, it's still Murder Hornet season. The Murder Hornet thing is an interesting thing. They come from Japan, right? The big hornets come from Japan, and it really is a problem. It's wiping out all the bee populations. So you have these, I guess they're scientists or apiary guys. They're going out with a pheromone that attracts the hornets, and they're feeding them with this, like, whatever they feed them with, this sweet stuff. And the hornets take this feed back to their nest, but they're carrying a strip, like a little flag with them. So they're able to track them down in their bee suits and then break the nest down and torch the nest. So they're having to kill them one nest at a time. Interesting how they're having to do it. I found it pretty interesting. He is just a fellow sporting goods enthusiast like us. I bet he likes drill presses and soft plugs. I don't know what that means. Here's a super weapon, World War Z Murder Hornet weapon, yep. Have you seen the movie The Happening? I don't think I have. I don't watch very many movies. Yeah, I thought Judas Kiss, that's what I thought. Wait a minute, make this make sense. Study says new coronavirus can live on surfaces up to 2 days. How have they studied it if it isn't them making it? Well, we know it's them making it. Any right-handed 12-gauge micros in the pipeline? What color, Steve? What color you got on order? Ice Mike, what up? Are you an F-14 pilot? Is there new Cove stuff? Yes, there's new Cove. There's been Cove stuff happening every fucking month. New Cove stuff. It just hasn't stuck. They haven't got one to stick yet. The monkeys are laughing at us, telling their buddies, "Guess what I did this weekend?" Scared people are easy to control. Unfortunately, too many of our population are stupid. Yes, they are. Yes, they absolutely are. Glenn, what's that? How are these weirdos still getting diseases from monkeys? They're not from monkeys. It's not. They probably caught it something. Well, we know it originated from Spain, in a gay nightclub. Came back to the United States, came into New York, spread around a gay population in New York. Some children showed up at the hospital with it. One female showed up with it who had sex with these guys who were having gay sex also. But when children started getting it, it started going away because we couldn't have the conversation about how the children got it when it is coming from anal sex, men and men sex. That was the commonality. Miraculously, AIDS, which was allowed to spread through the homosexual population in San Francisco, if you're not aware of this, Fauci was in charge of that whole task force. And when they said, hey, we need to put this out public and let people know it's happening, they contained it and set quiet on it for almost 8 years until it had run through fucking nearly 1 million people. The salve is legit. Jarhead, every single person has said that. We haven't even reached out and said, hey, what do you think of this shit? That's the beauty of it. It works, and you don't even have to think about it. Like Amanda's like, hey, how's your leg feel? I go, I guess that shit's working because I forgot all about my leg hurting. Yeah, AIDS was a research project. And you had hundreds of fucking top leading AIDS scientists saying that AIDS does not come from HIV. Do you know what the commonality in all of those people is? Most of them died on one air fucking craft. You know who wasn't on there? All of the people for the federal government who didn't say that. A lot of people say that plane was hit by a rocket. Any FUPA colors on hand other than what is in the text? Boiler mat, I don't know what's in the text. FUPA, you said FUPA. I make 3 kinds of FUPAs. The FUPAs, I have OD, I have Coyote, and I have Multicam. In the XL FUPAs, I have Coyote and I have Multicam. In the Danglers, I only have gray right now. We have every other color cut, and every other version almost probably cut. For fanny packs, I have a lot of woodland that we just run. Jason, Amanda, are you here? You remember when AIDS was diet candy? Pfizer is offering a 4th booster if you're not already dead. They're requiring kids to take COVID vaccines right now. Just like they're requiring kids to go into public school systems, they are requiring kids to take COVID and the flu shot. I believe that they're not even separate boosters. I believe you're getting them both out of the same vial. 6x6 in woodland would be sweet. Oh, the 6x6 in woodland is totally sweet. If you would like one, send me an email so I have something to print out, and we will definitely run some in woodland. I believe we have. Very, very similar. If you want it a 6x6, there's no reason for you not to buy a 500 IV pouch in woodland that can ship to you Monday. There's very little difference. You have a little bit more room in this, and there's some elastic inside it. Young kids are having heart attacks at rates that have never happened before. And fucking people just keep on with this bullshit. 12 gauge in woodland would also be sweet. 12 gauge in woodland would be very sweet. And here's the crazy shit, right? You guys hear me say this every night. Hey, send me an email. How many emails do you guys think I get, right? We hear it probably 10 times a night. Send me an email if you want this. I will print it out. We'll task it. You know, most nights I don't get any fucking emails regarding any of this shit on here. That means you guys on here, 87 people on here. I have told 3 people tonight, send me an email. Do you know how many fucking emails I'm going to get about this shit they say they want? 1, maybe. Listen to 5 Hour Secret of Flowers of Life. Talked about how they have been killing us from. Oh, I have no doubt. I have fucking no doubt, man. Half the food look at the food in the grocery stores. You have shithole 3rd world countries that do not allow the ingredients in their food that the United States requires to be in your food in some cases. In rural red, we make some stuff in red. What do you want in red? Tucker had a good interview. Guy was saying 17 million died globally. Would you doubt that? Like the crazy thing is, right? And that's Tucker, right? Tucker's probably more reliable than a lot of the stuff that we take and share, right? We share a lot of different video and stuff, right? And a lot of times it just looks official to us. But so Tucker, right? 17 million. Does anybody doubt 17 million? Sent an email a couple of days ago. I was waiting to hear. Figured you were back. Inked Metalhead. I don't have a clue who you are, bro. Most of you guys have different names and shit. Send the email again. What? Now you said you sent an email. You sent an email about what? Inked. Were you one of the dudes on here that said, "Hey, I'd like to have this thing in this color"? Or are you telling me you sent me an email about an order? Or you want to sell me extended car insurance? You sent me an email about what? No plate carriers. A guy sent me an email today. He texted Amanda. Hey, I've sent a bunch of emails about these orders. And she goes, hey, this guy says he sent a bunch of emails about these orders. I said, just cancel and refund him. I said, when's his last order? Just give him his money back. I didn't want my orders refunded. We actually looked at his orders. I know what they were. There's a sling bag. He has two things custom. He ordered a coyote with red thread tool roll up. We can't, they don't sell in coyote. I don't know who the fuck wants one with red thread. I told him, yeah, I'll put this, you can order this, but you cannot email me go, hey, when I'm going to get this thing. And that's what he's asking about. So we gave his money back. You know when we're going to build a coyote tool roll-up with red thread? Fucking never. Would we have built his? Yeah, as soon as we run them in coyote, I would have had red thread put in one of them. Would you guys be surprised if I walked over here and I'm like, oh, here's the fucking order right here? Because you know where his fucking sling bag order is? Right there. Right there. Yeah, the vehicle warranty is about to expire. May pouch. I don't know what a May pouch is. I don't know what we're talking about, Inked. Speak in whole sentences. Give me more information than you think I need. You're way smarter than me. You have to talk to me as though I'm dumb. Tell me what you want so that I can assist you or make fun of you. Oil changes due according to your email. Jason, I get that all the time. Fucking, I was just in Nashville with a 4Runner getting the fucking oil and the service change, the 60,000 mile warranty, the service business, right? Didn't they change my fucking oil when you guys did the 60,000 mile service? And that front differential change that you said I needed, my shit fucking has made noises since you guys worked on it. My truck never made a noise until you guys did the 60,000 service. I just had a fucking oil change, motherfuckers. They're sending those out like crazy because that's what's carrying those businesses. They don't have the inventory people want, and the inventory they have, people can't buy. Can you have his tool roll up? Just got OD Black. 156,000 deaths in the world every day. World population is 802 billion. We can afford for a few more of these Looney Tunes to dissipate themselves. Who puts red on coyote? I don't know, man. Whatever they told you the number was during COVID is the normal number. Check. I'll just get a chest rig from you instead. Yes, I'll email you now. Again, guys, I don't remember who I talked to 2 minutes ago. I definitely don't remember who I talked to yesterday. How's the global population? No plate. Did somebody ask you about plate carriers? You make plate carriers. Sorry for just looking. Oh, no worries. I see what they were talking about. No, we don't make plate carriers, man. We don't. If you need a plate carrier, somebody handed you one, right? You got issued one if you needed one. I'm not saying you shouldn't have one. I want you to have everything you want. I want you to be in a position in life where you can have everything. That's what I'm saying. Gender surgery all around. Yeah. Have you seen these? I mean, they're out there if you look for them, but they're very suppressed. Boy became a girl, has a full-blown bottom surgery, right? Has a full constructed vagina, tons of scar tissue. For that vagina to have an opening in it, they have to stretch it every day, and it's terribly painful, horrendously painful. And the vagina won't function. It might be a hole at some point that somebody could put something in, but there will never be an orgasm there. And the same thing for the girls that get bottom surgery and they develop this penis thing. For urine to come through that penis, they have to stretch it. It's horrendous, fucking insane, horrendous, right? And you have Planned Parenthood right now. After a 30-minute conversation with your children, after 30 minutes with a child, will facilitate and help put this in motion for a kid without your permission. But you yourself could not go buy cigarettes for your child, could not let them go to the military, could not drink alcohol with them, but they can fucking completely mutilate their body. It is insane that this, of all things, is what these people have latched onto, right? They didn't latch onto pretending to be a cat or to be a furry or trying to figure out how to fly off of a building. They didn't do any of that. They picked the absolutely craziest shit in the world. And the powers that be seemingly try to help them and hide it from you at the same time. Yeah, non-healing wound. You have to stretch it. The skin becomes thin. It gets infected. This is ever ending, right? It's not like you do this and you live peacefully the rest of your life. There is constant daily repercussions from this, as it seems, and it never functions. It never works. Note player carriers respond to confirmation email. Yes, they make backpacks. Yes, he's in China. You guys want to see some really crazy shit? Really entertaining? Hip Camden, Tennessee. I made a post day before yesterday saying we are hiring. There's almost 200 comments in there. None of those people commenting showed up for a job. Somebody did show up for a job today. And I said, did you see the post on Facebook? And she's like, no. My husband just said I should come here and see if you guys were hiring. Nice lady. She could actually sew. Says she'll be back here Monday. Walked in the door for a job. 200 people commenting on the post I made on the local Camden Facebook group, bitching and moaning and pissing and complaining. Not a one of them came in here for a job. You remember Siobhan, the Stern, on Howard Stern show? Is that what we're talking about? Crackhead won't hit it. No, I actually met Howard Stern. I got a friend's been on his show a bunch of times. But no, I never could watch Howard Stern. Never. I just never was interested in it. Yuri Bezmenov, yep. If you guys don't know that guy, you should look that dude up and watch a little bit of his content. He has passed. He fucking spells it out exactly how it's going to happen, and you are watching it fucking happen just as he said it would happen. He wrote the playbook. Like, he literally told you what was going to happen. My order says I want it all, yeah. Google saw your webpage is not safe. Did you know that? Sounds like Google don't like you. Incognito, Google doesn't like you. It just doesn't. There's a commonality. There's these things called you problems. Anybody on here? Everybody, do me a favor, really quick. Go to Google and just pull up my website. Most of you know what it is. For you that don't, SOE tacticalgear.com, right? Look up SOE tacticalgear.com or look up original SOEgear.com. Do you see anything that says my website is not safe on there? Where are you located, John? I like the girl who posted your P.O. box address. I like the lady on there that's like, old people are not computer savvy. Most of us grew up with a rotary phone. Well, then you can't work here. I intentionally didn't put an address so that those people don't show up. Not old people, piss and moan and complaining people. If you can't be bothered to look up the address, you are definitely going to be mad when you drive up my driveway. My front door says, if you're a simple bitch, then fuck off. That's literally what it says on the fucking front door. The signs coming up my driveway say, slow the fuck down. It's actually spelled out. Let me show you my front door. And if we can weed them out before they get here, I don't have to have a conversation with them once they do get here. Made in the mother... Unless we're a simple bitch, then fuck off. Licking the mountain lion, yeah. Licking my puma. I open the site 10 times a day. Maybe you have cookies in there. Maybe that's why it works. Black people don't know where the DMV... Yeah. You have to hear Biden tell it. We do. We have a lot of these fucking wackos in town here. And you always have these motherfuckers... who can help me with free food? Who can help me get a washer and dryer? I need food for my dog. I need a 50-pound bag of dog food every week. I don't want to get rid of my dog, right? And these motherfuckers co-sign their bullshit. They just keep giving to them and giving to them and giving to them. You know what not a fucking single person did when I said, hey, we have a job? Nobody tagged any of those fucking people in there pissing and moaning. Wonder how many people were coming to see you and saw your door and realized you are indeed a simple bitch and left. None of them. We know when they come up. We know when you come up the driveway. Not a one of them drove up the driveway. Just found SO Tactical. Yeah. Knock off trying to piggyback in your name. Yeah, Jim Cragg. One of the guys that worked for me fucked his girlfriend in Soldier of Fortune show in Las Vegas. Whatever. I think they're still in business. He was a Army officer at one point. He's always been kind of shitty to us. Whatever. I mean, he makes gear. He's done well for himself. I'm sure he's got some contracts and stuff. The fact that he's in California should tell you everything you need to know about him. I need 5 cases of 5.56. Anyone donate to your need? Site works great on your phone. Tried nothing, and they are all out of ideas. Yeah, it's the same motherfuckers that have been unemployed for 7 months or 7 years. Jan's been unemployed for 7 years. She's still holding out for a management position. What's the job pay? It pays a lot more than the job that you currently don't have. We don't tell you what the job pays because the job pays depends on when you sit down, if you can actually sew or not. And if you actually show up come Monday. Like, it doesn't matter what the fucking job pays. You might come in here and make more than a person who's been working here for several years. The job is dependent on you. California has tacos. Bro, you want to see what kind of tacos I had tonight? I had fucking legit tacos. Let me show you tacos. These motherfuckers ain't in no flour tortillas either. Those look like tacos? That look like a fucking charred jalapeno? Does that look like fucking legit shrimp tacos right there? Does that look like a shrimp quesadilla? There's a place here that's got good Mexican food. The Camden guys do a good job, but it's not great Mexican food. That's China. You want tacos? Josh, I'll come eat tacos with you. Where are we going, bro? Person that works with my wife needed food. I brought her food. Told her this won't happen again. You make more than my wife. But people need help sometimes. She never asked again. Did she never ask again, or she never asked you again? Yeah, there's circumstances, man, for sure. When I see people post that they need things, right? The first thing I do is look at Facebook. I actually start out all of them with, hey, I'm going to help this person. And then I click their name. I click the picture, and it shows you every post they've made in the group. These are the same people who last week, who has the best inexpensive tattoos. 3 weeks ago, she had fucking piercings. 2 months ago, who's selling a Cane Corso puppy? The month before that, she had to move out of her house, right? These people every fucking week. If they have a little money, they're looking where to spend it. And when they don't have money, which is more often than they do, they're asking who can give them free shit. That's not who I'm helping. Not who I'm helping. Looks like it came from Tony's Tacos in Collierville. Always has the charred jalapenos on the side. They do onions too. I already ate the onions. It comes from a place called La Ingrata. So actually very nice, guys. And when I tell you it's nice, my calibration of good food might be a little bit different than what most people's food calibration is. There's a few people in here who have eaten with me, and they know when I say good food, I'm like, when I go into an area that I search fine dining, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for fine dining. We're looking for 4-star restaurants, right? And that's where I eat. I will travel 3 hours just to go to dinner. We do it all the time. And this place has a beautiful restaurant. It's in on a court square in Paris, Tennessee, an old building from the late 1800s, and it was a hardware store. And it's 2 stories. It's all brick. And they had gutted it and refurbished it out, and it has much of the original look. They put a beautiful bar in there, and that's where this Mexican restaurant is. It does not fucking belong in Paris, Tennessee at all. And the food is we have driven there. It takes me about 35 minutes to get there, and we have driven there probably 24 times now. I've eaten with John. This man has great taste of food. Stage 5. What's stage 5? Yuri Bezanov says there are 4 stages. Oh, I got you. Next time you're in Nashville, check out Butcher Town Hall for some solid tacos. Adam, I definitely will, man. I definitely will. Amanda, if you can take note of that. Shut up and show us some gear. Sheriff, let's go ahead and put him in timeout. If he comes back with something and shuts the fuck up, he can stay here. If he irritates, if any of you moderators think he even irritates me, just block him. Just fuck, he will never comment here again. Fuck that guy. Tonight's not the night for it. I'm busy. Palmetto Paratrooper, what's up, man? How are you? Wish good places would spend the extra pennies for real takeout boxes. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. And if I'm taking out, fucking 5-6 boxes of food, give me a fucking bag. Give me a bag. I tip 50% minimum when we go to a place. Like if I go to a restaurant where we're paying for me and Amanda to eat and I'm paying $300, do not bring me a fucking box and go, here's your leftovers, right? That's the difference of what I'm going to fucking tip my server. The difference between me tipping a server 100% tip and a fucking 20-30% tip, it's not very much. It doesn't take much to get to that fucking 100% tip for me. Yeah, box the fucking leftovers. I'd ask to see gear, but I get the emails from Amanda, and I already know what you guys have in stock. Teddy, we have a lot more in stock than what you see. I'll be happy to show you. And the beauty when you block a guy is he's still here. It doesn't take away his ability to see it. We just cease to know that he exists. Yeah. Yeah, I wish we could do that in real life. And the only reason we block them is because I don't have a button where I can just shock the shit out of you. Do you have any BBD? No, we don't have any BBD bags. If you would like some BBD bags, I would like another one. So I am never opposed to making BBD bags. I think it's a fucking sleeper piece of gear. I do a shitty job of, piquing your curiosity and showing you creatively how to use it. If you want a BBD bag, email me and tell me you want some Woodland BBD bags, and we'll run a batch of them. Shock phone. I would totally fucking. You are lucky. Society is lucky that when I'm driving down the road and I have a little bug splatter on my window, when I line that up with your car, you are so fucking lucky that I cannot disintegrate you. BBD, it stands for Big Black Dildo. Find the BBD bag and then watch the video that's embedded there. This woman here, she's a keeper. Giuseppe. Later, hater. Oh, you're saying later to the guy who, in fact, is no longer here. Called the general. John tipped so well, we had a guy come in on his day off and told the server he was working. Yeah, Frank came in and was going to put an ass beat in on that dude. Frank came in. We had a table of what? I don't know, 20 maybe. We do a private room there in Atlanta when we go there. And we get the best service. We actually stay in that hotel because Ruth Chris is in that hotel. Because the hotel's gone to shit, but the restaurant's still good. Just got out of that awesome shit show of a podcast with Scully, Osprey World War III, putting employees in an asylum. I didn't disappoint. I don't even remember it. We recorded a podcast Wednesday. Is that the podcast that just went up live? Damn, the comments on Facebook are tremendous. All right, Tim Riley, were you over at Hip Camden, Tennessee? Duly departed guy. Duly departed. We are here to celebrate this thing called life. Ain't nothing gonna get me down. Right? Is that how it goes? The beauty of Hip Camden, Tennessee, is that so people, like, there was a dude in there commenting, he's like, well, maybe it's because nobody knows where your shop is because you didn't put the address in. And when I clicked on his name, he and I have 14 mutual friends. All 14 of his friends have been here in my building. All of our mutual friends have been here. And half of those 14 mutual friends only come to town because of my company. They don't go anywhere else in this town. They literally only come here because of my company. How the fuck is this dude friends with them on Facebook? The artist formerly known as John. Canadian Crusader, what's that, man? Block of cops. Hey, do you know Canadian Prepper? Can you go over and tell Nate that I texted him earlier and I haven't heard back from him? Just tap on Nate's door. He lives in a townhome, little condo. Just let him know. Yeah, the address pops up on Google. People here come here from around the world and can get here somewhere, but motherfuckers that literally live 5 minutes from me can't figure out how to get here. Bug splatter laser tag? No, everybody plays that. You motherfuckers you're lucky I don't have a water cannon. I would love to have a fucking water cannon where I could just blow your car to the side of the road. Or better yet, I would love to have a water cannon with enough pressure it blows your back windshield out and fills your car full of water. Feds are giving the address. Oh, wait, Google does that too. Yeah. Like some of the ladies commenting on there that were like, we grew up with rotary phones. Like the first comment on there was like, how do you actually expect people to find you when you don't give address? Why would anybody want to work for you? That was her first comment. And people were like, we grew up with rotary phones. And I said, well, I mean, you look really old. Clearly, you're older than the internet. How did you used to manage things? We would ask a mailman or a police officer or a fireman. We'd go to the fire station or the police station. That's what we would do. Or you would simply ask, can I have directions, please? I want to come out there, right? They're doing it to be assholes. None of them did it as though, hey, how do I get to your place? Or MapQuest. MapQuest still exists. If you just type in SOE and John Willis, but here's the craziest shit, right? If you just click on the name of the poster, you have a couple of options typically there. Like if I go to your Facebook account, you're going to list employee, right? Where you're going to list where you work. When you look at mine, it says I own the motherfucker. It's just there. It says special operations equipment. I own this motherfucker. That's what it says. Yeah, all while they're typing on a smartphone. Yeah, 2 cans and a string. I use a rotary phone. They said on a Facebook. They did say that. They actually said it. Did you read it? She said that. Have you ever made a piece of gear up of scrap material? Yeah, all the time. All the time. That's how the combat talk started. I've even had to make stuff where I didn't have enough material. So I took strip. Look. See that strip? Why would I keep that? I can sew 2 of these together and make a 4-inch piece. And then I can sew 2 of those together and make an 8-inch piece. And then fold it over and top stitch it flat. Yep. That's how I did the first BBD bags. Not BBD bags, the first crossbody bags. See that strip in the middle? So it could be 2-tone, so I could put color down a middle strip to make it look more fashion and less tactical. Yeah, we grew up with Jesus. Oh, that lady grew up with Jesus, literally. She was there when he was young. Seems like the coolest thing that seems like the coolest thing that you should have, but you don't. Eastwind, what are we talking about? Eastwind, I don't see him commenting here. I know he has. I mean, I recognize his name, but I don't know what piece of that conversation is. BBD, big boy dong. Dylan. You're a grown fucking man. You can say dick. Big black dildo. Big black dildo. It's weird. Super churchy people. I don't say Christians, right? I don't mean people who have a relationship with the Lord or their Lord or Jesus, right? I mean churchy people, right? Oh, we can't cuss. We can't cuss. They never want to have the conversation about Jesus throwing over the tables at the tax collectors and braiding the whip and whipping the tax collectors, right? Do you think maybe Jesus was saying something akin of his time to cuss words? But they don't want to have that conversation, right? They pussyfy themselves by not using fearsome words and not using violent actions, right? They've chosen to be little pussies. You're a grown man. It's okay. Google SOE, Camden, Tennessee. Oh, look, the address. Oh, and directions. Doe says they're closed. Guess I gotta wait till 8 a.m. Monday. Jesus needs money. A lot of people collect money under the guise of Jesus, but it does not go to Jesus. It goes to a dude who owns the church property. His name is Jesus, so that people see it and assume he means Jesus. Have you ever made anything in Finnish? No, I haven't, man. Rolf, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't have the pattern. We did a bunch of G36 mags for some GSG9 guys. We've done a bunch of stuff like out of Flecktarn, and they mailed it to me from Germany. We did some stuff for some clearance divers out of Australia, and they mailed me their material from Australia. Joel Olstein. Heaven in a limousine. Yeah, no, Jay. In Hebrew, we tell people it is Yeshua. You mean Yeshua HaMashiach? And they look at me weird. Yeah, yeah. Hebrew IFF. They had yellow white pages in the old days listed alphabetically. Figured it out as a child. I can help you with said water cannon. I love it. Are you a fireman? I like those wire. You know, we see the old fire hose nozzles all the time, like went on water cannons, for like the fire boats. I always loved those as a kid when there was a parade someplace next to a harbor and they would use those water cannons. One of the biggest churchy people I ever met told me I shouldn't cuss. He's doing double life for being a pedo. It's crazy, right? It's crazy the things that they will act as though they're judging you for when their skeletons are absolutely insane. There's a lot of violence in the Old Testament, yeah. Incognito, you live 4 hours away. Where are you? Not your address or your zip code, but like what major city are you near? The bitch about the water canning idea. Yeah, it's carrying enough water. No shit. No shit. Seems like the coolest thing that I would have, a water cannon. I almost bought a life-size elephant. And from a distance, it looked like a real elephant. And it came from a safari park, I think they said in Mississippi. And they had 2 elephants. And one elephant was drinking out of the water. And then it had a hose, right? So it was actually an intake. It was a pump. And it was a life-size 2 elephants. One's drinking out of the water, and the other one's shooting the water up in the air. And I should have bought those damn things. Called Master Stream Devices. Cool, right on. Chris, what up? I see you deleted a comment there. He has ponds on his property. He could get water for the ponds. Yeah, we got ponds. We do a lot. We have a lot of water catchment. I have a 3 million gallon retention pond in the back. Kentucky, near Richmond. Right on. I'm not familiar with Kentucky. I know where Louisville is. I knew where Paducah is. We drive up into Kentucky from Nashville. There's some awesome restaurants and shops that we hit in Louisville. I know, Louisville, whatever. Wildfire pre-workout. I will when I get it. It's on the way. Yes, my mother still can't fathom it. Hebrew roots. We all have the end of the day if you go far back enough. Have you ever thought about building any gear in Russian EMR? It looks damn near as good as Jeff. I'm not opposed to building anything, man. It's just accessibility to the materials. Yeah, I would. I mean, even if you see like the problem is like most people don't know what legitimate or good quality material is. So we see a bunch of stuff on eBay that looks like a great picture, but when they send it to you, it's bullshit material, right? Like this Marpat right here. This is the back side. The front side of this looks pretty legit, right? Looks pretty good. It is shiny as fuck. It's like we took and waxed the floor and sealed it. That's that, right? That's a pat cloth. It's shiny. It shines. It's loud. Looks great at a distance. This is supposed to be Marpat uniform material. We bought some from a couple of vendors off eBay and surplus stores. And we got material that was 100% legitimate Marine Corps material, has the EGAs and everything in it. Right here. I I know there's an EGA somewhere in here. We found it the other day. Anyways, this is the material. If you're an issued Marine, you were issued BDU uniform in this actual material, right? It came from government contract. We bought it from the same place and ordered like 200 more yards. The same place that sent us that sent us this. Looks pretty good, but if you look at this in real life, you think, oh, that's denim. This just looks like if your mom was going to try to make a suit for your dad, that's what this material looks like. Could we use it? Absolutely. Could I build a chest rig out of it? Yeah, the Gooks did it, right? Oh my God, he said Gooks. Yeah, that's what we called them in Vietnam. The Viet Cong, they built Chi-Com chest rigs, right? Out of stuff like that. Actually, the Chinese did. If I was going to use this, I would take this and then sew it to Cordura. So the magazines never touch it. You have the appearance on the outside of this, but you have the durability on the inside. And the truth is, this right here, way quieter than Cordura. Yeah, they do. The first thing they ask is if we were Jews. It's like yes, me, tattoos and guns, and my Mexican wife are Jews. Some people have been lied to their entire life and can't be taught. They just don't want to, right? Because I think at heart they know what they've believed all along is wrong, but for them to accept your way or have the conversation, they have to admit they were wrong. And it's not that they so much even believe in what they believe in. It's just, it's become their identity, right? All this crazy woke shit, that's the identity, right? They don't have an identity. Their identity is the club that they belong to. I ordered that bag, gave it to my best friend I met on active duty for. It's nice, isn't it, man? It's nice. 511 shorts are good. Then I bought Katanica. Now I know 511 is garbage. I don't know that 511 is garbage, right? I don't know about their clothing. I don't have any of it. But I mean, I know plenty of people that wear the 511 stuff. And as long as it works, man, as long as it works, fucking whatever. It's cool. I don't care if guys come in here, fucking wear, you're grown men, man. I'm not ever going to be like, I mean, unless you walk in here with like white shoes on. I'm going to make fun of you with white shoes, or you have like tube socks that are tall while you're wearing shorts. We're going to make fun of you. I'm not going to kick you out of here, but I'm definitely going to make fun of you. But I don't care what people do. Do whatever you want. You might not be part of my crew, but I don't care what you do. If you're part of my crew and you're wearing some clothes I don't like you to wear, then I'm gonna buy you. I'm gonna tell you, here's your uniform, and I'm gonna give you 5 shirts and 5 pairs of pants and a pair of shoes, and like I'm gonna give that to you. Everybody that works here, all those shirts you see us run every week, every single person that works in this building, I give them a shirt every single week. They get 52 shirts a month, 52 shirts a year. All these shirts over here. Every employee that works here has every one of these. Every one of them. When I see employees not wearing my shirts, eventually we just stop giving those employee shirts. I give you clothing. If you come in here looking like a fucking ragamuffin and you're out in public and you work for my company and people know that and you represent you, when I see you, you represent my company poorly, I'm not going to yell at you. I'm just going to quit giving you the shit you're not using. When you're the dude that stinks, we just don't invite you to dinner when we go. When you're in an area and you're not sure who that guy is, right? If you have a group of people that you're with every day, right? You go to work or you go to a team or you go to school every day, right? And all the people seemingly do something and you're never invited, you're probably that guy, right? If you're not sure who that guy is, you're the guy. That's you. And you can change that. But most people just don't care to, right? It doesn't take a lot of effort to change shit. You just have to want to change it. Socks and flip-flops. Does anybody remember Rocket Powers? I don't. If you're hanging out with me, you're not wearing socks and flip-flops. Like, You might go someplace, you're not coming in my car. You're of no use to me with socks and flip-flops on, none whatsoever. If I got to get out unask the vehicle, if we have an accident, if we have to get out and push some lady, you're not with me with socks and flip-flops. If I invite you someplace, you show up in socks and flip-flops, I'm just going to politely never invite you anywhere again. We don't even have to have a conversation without it. And if you're like, hey, how come you never invite me anywhere? I go, because you're not fucking useful to me if something goes bad with socks and fucking flip-flops. Because you show up in dolphin shorts and you look like a fucking idiot. And that's not how I represent myself. You can do anything you want. You just can't do anything you want where I'm involved. My identity is, I identify as I'm not that guy. Rocket Power was Dope Squid. I don't even, is that a fucking cartoon? Smelly's not invited. They don't even know it. They know, they just don't care. Nice to find you. I am, in fact, on Twitter. Yeah, I am on Twitter. Cholito. Just tell them you don't eat this type of meat or you only do holy days. They're like, that's Old Testament. Yeah. There's a Torah for that. I got the Innerwear 512s. 2 socks with sandals. Yep. Note to self, don't wear shorts. You can wear shorts, man. You just probably shouldn't wear dolphin shorts, right? If you're wearing a piece of clothing that an ember gets on and it ignites, you have probably made the wrong decision. We lit a bonfire outside. Let me open this door and see if you can see the burn pile. When I say we light a bonfire, you see the bonfire over the woods 2 miles away. And I don't mean you see smoke. I mean you see flames. That's very loud. I don't know if you can... Yeah, it's fucking dark. Can't see it. Okay. That power pole right there. The electric guys would love it when I call that a phone pole. That phone pole right there. About 100 feet past it, there's a burn pile. And the burn pile, I see it, you guys can't. It's actually up taller than that 6-foot fence. It sticks up way past the 6-foot fence back there. We light that off. When you're standing at the phone pole, me and another couple people are standing at the phone pole, and we had just lit the fire off and it starts rolling. And I go, dude, your jacket's melting. He's like, what? Your puffy, and I'm yelling, right? Because the fire's loud. Your puffy jacket, it's melting. It literally was shrinking up on him like a shrinky dink. Remember shrinky dinks, those little toys? You draw a picture on them, put them in the oven. They'd shrink up into a little decoration. His North Face puffy jacket was constricting around his body and about to combust. Shoebies. What the fuck are dolphin shorts? It's okay for chicks to wear dolphin shorts. They're like silky fucking shorts that weirdos wear and you can see their balls. It's more like a creepy fucking pedo kind of thing, hanging out on roller skates in the park in the 70s. That kind of vibe. Running a Steel 500 with a thong, dude. If you're running a Steel 500, you can fucking be butt ass naked. We won't even look at you weird. Yeah, Ranger panties, but not cool though. A puffy jacket like pleather? No, like a North Face. Like, a North Face or a Patagonia insulated jacket. It fucking shrunk. It was about to burn up. It was so, like, you can't wear combustible shit here. You never know what's going to happen. Have you ever heard Jeff talk? I've bought Jeff a lot of Katanica shorts. Have you ever heard Jeff talk about why he never wears Katanica, why he never wears shorts? If you're in our Patreon, ask the question. He has a really good 5-minute diatribe on why you cannot work at SOE and wear shorts. Yeah, that's exact. Dolphin shorts are what the girls at Hooters wear. Yeah, shrink wrap. Had a chance to see a Tesla melt itself to the ground. I'll bet, man. They really melt. John, how's the dog that's having? How's that your dog that's having puppies? Jarhead, I don't have a dog having puppies. My puppy came from Bob, and my puppy's mom is pregnant again. I don't think she's had a litter because I would have heard about it. If that's what you're asking about, I will facilitate you getting one of those dogs if that is your desire. I do not need another dog. My dog is so fucking awesome, I would take another one for myself. Heavy blue. I wear navy blue, not gray. Are you still using those cargo shorts you were hyping a few years ago? Kitanica. Kitanica, K-I, Kitanica USA. Fucking great company. Yes. I buy them. I pay full price. I'm not even like, hey bro, hook me up. I just fucking order them. A few days ago, fire department put 36,000 gallons on a burning test. That's fucking insane. Is that not crazy? Is there not a better way to put it out? Somebody tag Kitanica for me if you can. Nylon clothing is bad. Dolphin shorts are the same as grown-ass man wearing tight, light gray sweats with no underwear. They're just the creepos, right? You guys know when you were in PE, you always heard, right? That gym teacher fucks the cheerleaders, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? That vibe. We've had 3 gym teachers in this county here, like right around here, burn down and fucking get caught for that shit within the last couple of years. It just happened recently. And you know what the comments were? We knew he was doing shit 20 years ago. This motherfucker's been doing this 20 years now. Over 20 years. And the girls commenting who are like 40 years old now, they're like, yep, we got a weird vibe. We knew he was doing that. Rhodesia, that's a different animal, bro. Okay, so we want to talk Rhodesian SAS. Do you know what the indoc for Rhodesian SAS is? Do you know how those guys get their first fucking contacts? They put them in a chute. They build a chute, and they put a baboon in the chute, and they give you a knife, and you have to go through the baboon and make it out the other side and kill that baboon. Have you ever seen a person get fucked up by a baboon? That motherfucker, he can wear whatever the fuck he wants. We ain't even talking Celis scouts. We're talking the SAS guys. How are the big old dogs around kids? It depends. It's like everything. Do you remember when in the 80s, Dobermans were evil and then it became pit bulls? Everybody's heard about a pit bull that mauled a kid. Everybody knows somebody who has a pit bull that sleeps with their children. It's upbringing. It's upbringing. The white Pyrenees dogs are fucking amazing protectors around kids. Anatolians, also same thing, a little more ass behind them, right? If you have to fight predators, if you got a heavier population of cougars, pumas, bobcats, bears, Anatolians, right? Mix the two. Put Pyrenees with Anatolians. If you have real predators, mountain lions, grizzly bears, brown bears, those are Kangals. Or Akbosh, those are bigger dogs. They're all good dogs. They have different purpose. I wanted something more aggressive than Pyrenees. More for people, right? When people come on the property and see Pyrenees dogs, most people's contact with Pyrenees dogs, they like to wander. If you don't have fences, your dogs will move miles. Everybody within miles of you will know those dogs. Whether you know those dogs are off your property or not, everybody knows those dogs. I wanted a much more aggressive dog. And I say that because when people come to my property, the first thing they want to do is pet the big fuzzy dogs. So I bought dogs that have way more teeth. They're way more aggressive. And we didn't socialize them, right? I had employees that were trying to play with the dogs. And I'm like, hey, don't pet the fucking dog. Ignore the dog. Why? Because when you're not an employee here anymore, I want that dog to bite you. That's literally the conversation. Do not play with that dog. If you, in the future, are ever where that dog is, you are someplace you should not be. So we didn't socialize my bigger dogs. They're more aggressive. Like I have to, like if you ever come to an event here, those dogs are locked in kennels. And those kennels are someplace where dipshits can't put their hands in them because dipshits put their hands in them. So that's a little different animal, right? But the breeder that I get those dogs from, his dogs are out in public all the time. He has 5 little boys that are constantly with those dogs. They take those dogs to and from the vets all the time. They take those dogs to other farms. They take those dogs to Tractor Supply. It's just upbringing. If you're not familiar with what a Kangal is, Kangal. To a normal person, if you look at an Anatolian or you look at a Kangal, there's some other dogs out there that look very similar to Anatolians, and they're like, oh, that's an Anatolian Shepherd. Look up Kangal. Do yourself a favor. Even if you have no interest in this, just look up Kangal, type in Kangal into YouTube, and just watch the first few videos that come up. They're pretty impressive. European Doberman. Everyone thinks the dog is badass. The truth is Kangal, not even close. different animal, different purpose, right? Dobermans are very, you know what's also Dobermans are very cool, especially big Dobermans. Giant schnauzers, pretty fucking cool for a working dog. Water electrical fires don't go together, Amanda. That is the dilemma for local rural fire departments to be able to fight those fires. Our rural fire department does not put fires out. They only try to keep other things from catching on fire. Yeah, my Pyrenees mix run the days at it. Yeah, every animal problem in the world, well, as far as I'm concerned in my life, is all served, it's all fixed with fences. Every complaint I see about dogs in the local area on the groups and stuff, every problem is, the solution is a fence. Whether it's the person who has the problem or the person who is the problem. And what I mean is, we use fences to keep dogs in, and we use dogs to keep predators out. My dogs never leave my property. I moved some animals this morning and had one of my dogs out. So I closed the inner sally port. My dog couldn't get off the property even though she was out of one of the main paddocks, because I was moving animals and the dog to another area. The dogs move with the animals if I move the animals. Now, would she have noticed the gate was open and taken off? 95% no. But why risk that problem, right? And there's a ton of people moving here that live rural, down dirt roads and shit. And they're like, this dog's out all the time. Whose dog is this? We need a leash law. That's how you always know somebody just moved here from a city. And then the comments come in, that dog's been here for 5 years. We feed it at the gas station. Leave the dog alone. Go back where you came from. Her problem would be solved if she put fences around. Now, fences are expensive, especially fences that'll keep dogs out. They're expensive. But that fixes the problem, whether I have a fence that keeps my dog in or I have a fence that keeps other dogs out. Now, in Tennessee, if a dog comes on my property, especially agriculture property, and is harassing livestock, you just dispatch that dog. You can have the courtesy of taking it and telling it to the neighbor. Your best bet is shoot that motherfucker, bury it, and just don't fucking tell anybody. That's the end of it, if it's a problem. There's also dogs that run around that seemingly don't have any owners. So you just handle that how you want to handle it. I just saw a lady in one of the livestock groups that said a fox kept coming on her property, and her dogs killed the fox. and she has a bunch of birds and tractors, so I assume she probably has sheep or ruminants also. And she's like, you know, my dogs killed this fox. I feel bad. The fox had a collar on it, so I believe it's somebody's pet that had gotten out or got let go. Yeah, you can feel bad. That sucks. I mean, if I saw a fox with a collar, I would try to catch the fox, right? But the dogs did the job. Somebody in our we do a private question and answer for our members group, right? You can join the members group. $10, you get a ton of content. We did a almost 3-hour video today. Almost 3 hours we recorded for the Q&A section. And somebody said, hey, how do you determine I think you said my neighbor's dogs bark all the time. It's 2 Dobermans. How do you determine whether it's like a real problem or if it's just like, oh my God, there's a possum out here? And I said, well, when my dogs bark, which is all the time, it's weird that I don't hear them right now. If I listen, I can probably hear them barking. They're nocturnal. They patrol all night long. They are out there barking all night. And the bark, if there's a person here, the bark is just the same as if there's a possum. Because to that dog, that possum that's there that shouldn't be there is the same as a person being there. And that, I don't know how to train other dogs. I didn't train my dogs. My dogs just did what I wanted them to do, so I put other puppies with them, and they taught those other puppies how to become proper dogs. Let's open the door and see if we hear any... Oh, it's raining. That's why we're not hearing nothing. I can't whistle well. I do like a suck the air in whistle. I don't know how to do the thing with my fingers. Here comes one of them. She's like, what are you doing, weirdo? She's still wagging her tail. When the tail stops wagging, that means we're getting serious. Yeah, she's like, fuck this. I'm going back wherever I was. That's as good a bark as I get. Slap your leg. Is selling breeding stock Kiri if she wasn't fixed. Don't be jealous, but our farm dog is the result of one night stand between a black lab and a dachshund, and she is funny as that sounds, but does a good job with our birds. Awesome, right on. Turkey is so proud of their Kangal breed that they made it illegal to export them. Yeah, we can still get them, right? Jordan, the guy who I get my dogs from, went to Turkey in 2016, and I believe they went again in 21 or 22 and brought puppies back with them. All these dogs, all the dogs that Justin has that he didn't produce, all came from Turkey. He brought them in from Turkey. There's video of him going to Turkey. There's pictures of him in Turkey. If you get on his livestock guardian dog group that we're in, the guys comment from Turkey all the time. These 2 dogs I have on the property are third generation in the United States. Their great grandparents were in Turkey. My human acting weird again. Kangal on YouTube. Yeah, there's some impressive videos. How about the Russian wolfhounds? I don't know about the wolfhounds, but the Russian, I can't remember what they're called. They have those huge, most of it's fur. Like they are big dogs, but they use them at the prisons. I can't remember what they're called. They're not wolfhounds. I actually had a wolfhound. We had an Irish wolfhound, a big Irish wolfhound. If you look in the videos before we moved to the shop here, that dog was in the other shop all the time. He was the shop dog. He just showed up one day. I actually have his collar and bell. I was looking at it last night over in my workspace from when we buried him. Russian Orcharka. That's not the name. It might be the same dog. Doberman, more personal protection. Have a European Doberman. Okay, well, I think we've got all these. Wolfhound, maybe. Caucasian Shepherd is Caucasian Shepherd. And you see Caucasian Shepherds here in the States. If you get in any of the livestock guardian groups, you'll see Caucasians and Akbashes. You'll see those. They're big, hairy dogs, though. And you will hear people say, oh, it's so sad, only have those dogs where there's snow. You could seemingly say the same thing about the Pyrenees. We don't ever shave my Pyrenees. My Pyrenees has got mats and dreadlocks and all kinds of shit in her. Both of them do. Caked on. I've gone and cut those things off. And when you cut them open, they'll be soaking wet. You could wring water out of them. When you cut them open, they're dry as can be inside. And if you shave those dogs in the summer, they get sunburn. And if you shave them in the winter, they freeze. So we just leave those dogs. Used to have a Dachshund pit bull. I like those long hair wiener dogs with blue eyes, or a blue eye and a brown eye. I just think those are cute little animals. Landfill, man. Have a good night. I'm going to jump off of here in a few minutes myself. Anything you guys want to see before I jump off of here? Anything you want to discuss that I missed? We built a lot of stuff this weekend. Any of you guys get shipping, tracking information? A lot of stuff went out this week. Adventures tomorrow. I think we're staying around here. I hate saying what we're doing before it happens, because inevitably somebody will come into town and they're like, hey, I heard you're going to be here, so I'm at your gate. We never see that till it's too late. We're not opening the gates. And then a lot of times we'll be like, hey, we're going to so-and-so, and fucking oh, we heard you're going to be over here, so we came over here. Which is usually cool. But sometimes people like, hey man, I came to meet you, and then they just stand there and look at you and they don't say anything. Crossbody bags, nope. Jeff, if you want one, send an email. Crossbody bags aren't big sellers. When I build them, I'll build like 6 extra and they'll hang here for months. Switches, what, twalk? I don't know what that means. Coyote visors on the way. Yep, we got coyote visors. Big Uso wants to see the horse cock stroker. Oh, the big black cock. He saw it. He just wants to smell it in person. Federal Reserve switches tonight. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means we're gonna wake up on Monday, and your U.S. dollar is not spendable anymore, and everything's central bank digital currency. Is that what that means? Spags. Is the central bank switching tonight? Have you heard anything about that? Color mesh pouches with pals are on the show. We just made some. Okay. Twiff Hawk says yes. Spag says no. All smell in person. We have farm work and rain. That's what we're doing too. Yeah, farm work. I'm taking one of the tiny houses that has that little porch on the front, and I'm framing in those little openings and putting 7 mil plastic over them. So it's in effect a greenhouse. So we're going to use it just to kind of overwinter some plants in there. And because I go in and out of there frequently, so I'll remember to water them. And then we'll use it for some seed starting in there. Pouches with pals. Black, gray, couple Typhon. There's a lot of Typhon red, multicam black red. And then I've got, for larges, I've got green, brown, green coyote, multicam black red, Typhon, and gray. Our belt shipping soon. Haunted, I shipped probably 300 belts this week. Belt ship every day. What you mean is your belt shipping. Reply to your confirmation email. I make 14,000 part numbers in belts, just in 2 colors of EDC belts. 14,000 part numbers. I make hundreds of versions of belts. I make 6 different models of belts, then with or without Velcro. And then when you add your color combos, which there's like 50 of them, I've replied a few times to the confirmation from you. Well, I'm just ignoring you. I mean, I don't like what you're saying. You're just not being nice enough. I don't fucking know is the real answer. I don't know. Send it again. Or just sit here and type that you've already fucking done it, and we'll just go around and around in circles. What's your order number? What you got that, right? You know what your order number is? What's your order number right here? Tell me. Josh, I'm so jealous there's giants and I didn't even get the jeans. I have no doubt they are doing something, but not a single fear-based prediction has even come true. If I listened every time, I get you. I see what you're saying. 175 Cobra Riggers belt, 21110. Okay, that's not a real number. Try that again. You got an extra digit in there somewhere. My belt and new tourniquet pouch ship right on. Right on. That looked more like than 60 cars in Miami. Yeah. I bet a lab dachshund would be awesome. Be ready. I'm going. I'm gone. Say good luck. I hope you're wrong. However, if you're right, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. If you're right, come Monday. Start all correspondence with Sir John Willis. Haunted. Come on, you're calling yourself Goon, first of all. I'm sure you're top notch badass and you're fucking your pants wrapped around your calves really tight. I'm sure it looks neat. I'm sure it's cool. I literally copy and pasted from the email. 21110. No, okay, well, if you copied and pasted from the email, we only have 6-digit order numbers. If you look at your first post that you posted there, that's 7 digits, buddy. I have a little inside info on this info, but like said, good luck. Okay, I hope that whatever happens, that you are well, and I hope that it goes whatever works best for you. I hope it goes how you want it to go for you. All right, let's find this here. 211 211 102. Kerchow. Kerchow. Okay. Steven. That's you, right, Steven? 175 Riggers belt, 50 inch. That's you? Is that you? If that's you, send an email so I have something to print out. This is actionable. I can totally do something with your belt. So put it in my email right now. I will print it out, and it's in the top of my printer tray, and we will build that and ship it out to you this week. It doesn't even look like there's a code on it. Yeah, we have an ice advisory. We were supposed to also. It was supposed to get down really cold tonight. 175 Cobra Riggers belt with Velcro, Coyote, 50-inch. Baofeng, Baofeng, that's right, Baofeng. Baofeng. I'll bet a man named Goon's got 2 Baofangs. Baofeng, Baofeng. If I had 2 Baofangs, I would just plug them both into each other. Whatever happens, remember to have fun. I promise you, if the world collapses tomorrow, I'm not going to know it till at least probably, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 o'clock. I'm not going to know. 3 Baofangs. Right on, man. Right on. What's that company? Oh, I can't remember the name of them. The SF guy that makes the fucking push to talks and shit. I have some inside information that Amanda's getting pregnant this weekend. Make multiple orders. One with easy common items. One with oddball shit. $9 ship. Man, we give you guys shipping all the time. We give you a fucking free item that you could sell for $50 all the time. Shit, we give you free candy. We give you a free donut. Your oddball stuff, the stuff you perceive to be oddball, never put multiple oddball things on an order. If it's a weird thing, order your weird thing and whatever common shit you want with it. The weird thing's always going to hold the order. If you put 2 weird things on an order, fuck, man, that mother, like, we could totally have weird things sitting on the shelf waiting on another weird thing. You could have already had your super duper whiz bang weird thing. Liter of Colet's for a cop. Those back stairs look awesome. Josh, what are we talking about? Back stairs. My back staircase back here? Not even Chuck Norris had a double Baofeng. Baofeng, Baofeng. What Amanda meant is she's getting pregnant this weekend. It's going to be a litter. John's riggers will hold a 50-inch waist person, but he might want to. Where's the flat Earth globe? I would love to have some old charts like that on like skin. Free stuff is amazing here. If you order properly and cost average to purchase, you are probably paying half. Yeah. Camo wrist wraps, brush. Come on now. I don't know what you're talking about. Brush, wraps, I don't know what you're talking about. Kyle, you're drunk. Wait till sobering or drink more to level yourself out. If you need to sober up really quick, smash your finger in the door. You will all of a sudden be sober. Camo wrist straps, bro. We build camo wrist straps. Are you saying that you have some on order? Get a blow-up globe. I got comments on my pink and multicam black wrist straps a lot. Kyle, yeah, Mike, they're awesome. I have a spray can addiction, so I just order whatever is in it and make it Western Pineland. I mean, wraps, not. Oh, got you. Yeah, I had actually told Amanda I need to order some wrist straps myself. I need some. You can put a mouse trap and just smack yourself on the balls with a little mouse trap. Won't do permanent damage. You'll think it's permanent for a minute, but you'll be wide awake. You'll be sober. Whatever ails you, you'll forget your tummy hurts. You won't think nothing about a toothache. Just mousetrap on the balls on the nutsack there. Can you make more Coyote 8 Mag Stack? Yeah, send me an email. We can do that. IPF approved, make big money, and is right for tactical takeover. Kyle, I'm not sure who you are. If you and I have any communications, if we're friends on Facebook, message me on Facebook. That's the most common place that I actually communicate. Send me an email. If not, send me an email through the website. Send me a link to what you're talking about, and I'll take a look at it. Take 3 scoops of pre-workout, and you'll sober up. That sounds like a terrible idea. People that take Red Bull with alcohol, that just sounds horrible, right? If I'm drunk, I've never been drunk that I know of, but if I have drank a little too much, I don't drink out in public. But if I drink and I don't, like I would want to lay down and wake up not fucking drunk. Ask a boy or girl to kick you in the balls. He said IPF. I thought he meant IGF. Cat Williams had a joke about being drunk and Uncle Lou and coffee. Link in chat. I don't think you can put a link in the chat here. It won't appear. It doesn't let you guys put links anymore. And YouTube's actually cracking down on even us putting links in our own chats, in our own comments. Or did you message me on Instagram or Facebook? I don't see it. You're not Pacific Northwest Gorilla, are you? Have a good night, Uso. Red Bull and vodka is awesome, drunk and awake. International Powerlifting Federation has an approved list of equipment and lifters eat up any camo wraps. They had a powerlifting competition at the Flex Lewis, right? We go to the Flex Classic. I don't really pay attention to the powerlifting. I love the powerlifting side of it. I mean, they always have that kind of on the other side before the final show for the competition, like the pro shows and stuff. I don't know much about it. I got some friends that lift weights sometimes. They like nylon and neoprene. Roger. Understood. Josh Winnie is the only one who knows how to add links. He's the man here. The truth is, I just do whatever Josh tells me to do. I once bought a protein powder that had pre-workout in it. Didn't know that and took pre-workout also. Are those not actually Lucky Luciano's dachshunds? Jaeger Bomb and Skanks. Got to drive trains at 06. John, I'll email you about the crossbody bag. Right on, Jeff. You're a conductor? Is that what you do? CSX, Southern Pacific. What runs are you guys doing? What are you doing? I want an old steam locomotive. There's one sitting in Nashville. I think they should let me have that one. Samoans snort that pre-workout along with ammonia and still can't bench 315 clean. Engineer, Kansas City. Right on, man. Right on. I got a friend that walks the line. If the train falls off the track sideways, he just picks it up one-handed and puts it back on there. You know guys like that. I'm buying up, let me show you this light. I just bought a train light. I think I'm gonna line my driveway with these. You see blue and think nautical, but that is not the case. Right? You know that. This sucker's huge. It's really heavy. Big old metal. It's threaded inside. I'm gonna put it on a threaded 2-inch pipe. Pretty cool. I can add links too. I'm a real boy now. Taxiway light. No, it's listed as railroad. It's listed as a railroad light. So I looked up blue railroad light, and there's actually an explanation of why they actually use blue light. Airport taxi lamp. Yeah, a lot of people are saying maybe it is. You should go to WMSTR, biggest threshing show in the world. They run a steam train around the grounds of the festival, Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Unit. That's very cool. Really, oh, boiler mat. It explains it. That's cool. Why blue? I don't remember what they said. It is for a switch in the tracks. Yeah, but why blue? Right? Because they have green and they have red, denotes start and stop. There was something about you can actually, the human eye actually sees blue, where it doesn't see those other colors till closer. Something about that, I thought. I just want to be called a real boy. You know when you go to like old, like at Disneyland, they have those old lights with the arms on them, like with multiple globes. I love those things. They're fucking expensive. I'd love to find a bunch of those and put those up. I really like the, they call them tower clocks or pole clocks. You usually see them at like Court Square. And some of them have like a clock face on 2 sides. And then some of them have 4 clocks, so they have clock faces on all 4 sides. I think those are awesome too. That makes sense, like how dudes use red light instead of white light to keep low vis. John's wife likes blue. Tomorrow is Old Calendar Orthodox Christmas Eve, and I'm picking up a new M18 oh, fucking cool for you, Peter. Awesome. Blue is for when a carman or rail worker is on the tracks. Okay. Okay. There we go. I could totally see how this is that. But so this came from an antique booth, and the man had a lot of rail stuff. He had old conductor lights and stuff that burned kerosene. And then he had some that were battery powered. He had a lot of lighting and stuff in there, a lot of railway stuff. So he has on this tag that it's a railway light. I just assumed he probably knew what he was talking about. Green and red lights designate right and left. Maybe blue is a neutral color. Wikipedia says railroads use 8 different colors. Blue is for when carmen or rail workers are on the line. Interesting. Cool. Good info, guys. When the assault team's coming in on the little birds, they're going to be like, oh shit, look at those lights. We can't land here. All right, guys. iPad is saying 5% battery. We've been going for 114 minutes. So if this dies, the assault team did not, that doesn't mean they showed up tonight. It just means the battery died in the iPad. Same as smoke, different. Yeah. Yeah. Anytime you see a helicopter, just throw red smoke. They really like it when you do that. Don't go to the blue light district in Denmark. What is the blue light? I assume that's the gay part, being that the red light is the other part. Boy, all right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. Everybody have a great evening. We did send a text and an email out tonight. Check that out if you haven't already. A lot of content has gone up this week. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We're about to hit 100,000 on the Pulling the Thread TikTok page. If you use Amazon, if you would please click any links on any of my video descriptions, there's a link for Amazon in there. If you click that, it gives us a small percentage of whatever you order this weekend. Anytime you're going to order from there, if you click our link first, it gives us a piece of what you order for the next 24 hours. EMP Shield, if you use code SOE, it'll give you $50 off your EMP Shield order. If you're not familiar with what that is, you should be. Check them out. We've talked about it a billion times. Harvest Right Freeze Dryer. If you decide to buy a Harvest Right and you click that link on my Facebook, on my website, it'll give us a percentage of your order there also. Everybody have a good weekend. Jump on those videos this weekend and leave us some comments and share those. Send those out to your friends if you see any information in there that's worth sharing with them that you think will make their life better. We put a lot of time and effort into those videos. So if you guys would interact with them for us, that would be great. Might hear a loud brrr, throwing red smoke. It's okay. Just going to take the permit slip. Now, red smoke is medical, man. They always land on red. It's an international distress signal. At least on base and peacetime. Red's always going to come down as though there's an emergency. Everybody, good night. We will see you guys later.